He was born in a small South African village, poor, barefoot, and unknown, but his voice would one day echo across the world. He sang not for fame, but for freedom. He sang for the broken, the forgotten, and the dreamers. This is the story of a man who turned pain into power. The man the world came to know as Lucky Dube, the legend who sang for peace when silence was safer. In a small South African town called Umulo, a boy named Lucky Dube was born in 1964. His mother, Sarah, was a hard-working woman who raised him with love and strength. Even when life was tough, she named him Lucky because his birth felt like a blessing after years of hardship. Growing up in poverty, Lucky learned early that life was not easy. Yet, even as a young boy, he was filled with laughter and a deep curiosity about the world. He didn't know it then, but his voice would one day touch millions of hearts. Lucky's mother played a big part in shaping who he became. She taught him kindness, respect, and the importance of never giving up. She often told him stories of hope and strength, stories that later inspired the words in his songs. When Lucky helped his mother on the farm, he would hum melodies under the hot sun. Those simple tunes were the beginning of something magical, the sound that would later be known as the voice of freedom. In school, Lucky joined a choir and quickly stood out because of his deep, soulful voice. His friends noticed that when Lucky sang, people stopped to listen. Music became his way of expressing feelings that words alone could not carry. He soon formed a band with his cousins called the Skyway Band. They played Zulu pop music, but Lucky's heart longed for something deeper, something that spoke about real life and the struggles of his people. One day, Lucky heard the music of Bob Marley for the first time. The rhythm, the message, and the power of reggae touched his soul. He realized that reggae was more than music. It was a voice for justice, peace, and unity. Inspired, Lucky decided to change his style. He began writing songs in both English and Zulu, mixing African rhythm with reggae beats. People laughed at first, saying reggae was not for Africans. But Lucky proved them wrong. In 1984, Lucky released his first reggae album, Rastas Never Die. It spoke boldly about freedom and human rights. The government at that time didn't like those messages, and the album was banned. But Lucky did not stop. Instead, he grew stronger. He believed that truth could not be silenced. His next album, Think About the Children, made him famous across Africa and beyond. The boy from Umulo had become a voice for the voiceless. Lucky's music carried deep messages of love, peace, and hope. Songs like Prisoner, Different Colors, One People, and Together as One united people of all races. He used his songs to remind everyone that we are all connected by humanity. Fans from all over the world began to see Lucky not just as a singer, but as a teacher. His concerts were filled with energy, joy, and meaning. Every lyric he sang came straight from the heart. As Lucky's fame grew, so did the challenges. The world expected so much from him, and he often felt the pressure of being a public figure. Yet, he stayed humble and kind, always remembering his roots and the lessons from his mother. He never forgot the people who supported him in the beginning. He gave back to his community and encouraged young people to follow their dreams, no matter how hard life seemed. Beyond the stage, Lucky was a loving husband and father. He valued family more than fame. His home was filled with laughter, music, and the smell of traditional African food. He taught his children to be proud of who they were and to live with honesty and respect. Though he traveled the world, home was where his heart truly belonged. In 2007, tragedy struck. While driving with his children, Lucky's life was suddenly taken away in an attack by criminals. The world was shocked, and hearts across Africa and beyond were filled with sorrow. Though his body was gone, his spirit lived on. His music continued to inspire millions, reminding everyone that peace, love, and unity are worth fighting for. Today, Lucky Dube songs are still played across the world, in buses, homes, and schools. His message of togetherness and hope remains powerful, even years after his passing. He showed that one voice can make a difference. From the dusty roads of Umulo to the global stage, Lucky Dube's story teaches us that music can heal, inspire, and change the world.